All the questions have been answered. Where is AJ Smith going next season? Well, huge news dropping today. RFK have announced that they have bought a fourth charter. They have bought the number 10 Stuart Haas Racing charter that SHR put up after announcing there will be SHHR and Bush Beer leaving their team. So RFK have bought that charter. They are throwing me in that spot. I will be driving the number 13 Ford Mustang for Roush Fenway Keselowski next season. And another huge piece of news, you see the Dover race results. Well, after that win, Chris Buescher was offered a multi-year extension, which he has accepted with the team. So Keselowski, Smith, Buescher, and Knight will be the lineup going for RFK next season as we take a look at what that did to the playoff grid. Now 13 drivers locked in with a win. And of course, we still have Daytona in the regular season finale. Anything can happen. Truex Jr. goes into Pocono today with a 143 point gap. He should be good to go. Reddick 56 is not completely safe. And then Bowman plus 17. Not safe at all. Coming off a final corner here in the Burger King colors today for this number 10 Ford Mustang for Stuart Haas Racing. It'll be a 56.6, 28th position. A terrible qualifying effort for me today as we will now take a look who is going to be on pole for the race here. It is none other than the man we just mentioned, Martin Truex Jr. Nice qualifying effort for AJ Allmendinger and Ty Dillon as well as we go into today's proceedings at the Tricky Triangle. Huge news coming out today, and of course we actually have to go through some of the stories of the race as well. And for the third time this season, Cole Custer is expected to be fast, but this might be the one where it counts the most. When we went to this racetrack last year in the double header, Cole Custer won that second race and locked himself into the playoffs. Can he do something similar today? Eric Almirola is our friend, and Martin Truex Jr. is on the pole. So could we get another upset surprise winner? We came out of Dover with one. Now we head into Pocono for the Gander Outdoors 400. We are ready to go green flag racing as we go now down the huge long front straightaway here, lining up next to James Knight here, who is in 27th. He is really plummeted down the point standings right now, looking for a must-win situation, but it is Martin Truex Jr. that leads the field down here into turns 1 and, well, it is actually just turn 1 as we go through here. Almost a little bit of contact there, but yeah, Martin Truex Jr. might have to feel like he needs a win at this point. We have 6 races left in the regular season, and of course anything could happen now as we go down in towards the tunnel turn here. Martin Truex Jr. continues to lead. We go to the inside of Ryan Newman, and now looking to get to the inside of Alex Bowman. Oh, a little bit of contact there, rubbing up on that 48 car, but we do get by him now to the inside of Larson, who had a poor qualifying effort as well. Can we get by the number 5 already going into turn 3 and what? Turn 4? I know, it is a funny joke that we always have with Pocono. Here's Timmy Hill is going to push us now down this huge front straightaway, making use of that draft, getting by lots of cars now, taking Knight 3 wide with Eric Almirola. We're going to get by all of them now, but we get a little bit of a shot now from Timmy Hill. He's actually going to look to our inside, going into the corner, and he doesn't really run the bottom there. He's going to get into our left rear. That's going to put us up the track, and now Timmy Hill to our inside. We're to the inside of Eric Jones, 3 wide now, down this straightaway. I wouldn't really call it the back straightaway, but down the straightaway here, now looking to get by Eric Jones before we get into the tunnel turn, but do not want to be in this situation whatsoever, and we're going to get out the gas there and actually make a nice little tunnel turn there, getting to the inside of Timmy Hill. Now there's a bit of a stack up ahead of us here, looking to the inside of that number 54 Monster Energy Joe Gibbs racing car of Ty Gibbs, the rookie. We get past Buescher as well, looking to get past Reddick there, all getting held up by the 42 of AJ Allmendinger, who is dropping like a rock now. Chris Buescher to our back bumper, last week's winner. He's going to give us a nice push now down this front straightaway, and we're going to get by that 42 with ease now, trying to pick up the draft of Denny Hamlin up ahead in that 11 car, going into turn 1 here, carrying lots of speed, and we're going to get side by side with the 11, so already making huge progress, and we're actually going to get by the 11 car now, looking to draft up to the back of Denny Hamlin's driver, Bubba Wallace, who has had just just a very, I don't know, ghost of a year. He has not shown up really whatsoever, that 23 car this season. He did pick up a win at the end of last season, so he's trying to go and win a race again, as we now get by the 23 of Bubba Wallace. Now to the back of Ty Dillon. Of course, we had that run-in with him earlier in the season and a couple little bits of contact, but everything is fine between me and the driver of the 29 for RCR. Now down the straightaway, lots of battles behind us here. 3 wide between Hamlin, Wallace, and now here comes Busher, giving us a huge push, which is lovely. We're going to go to the inside of Ty Dillon with that. A little bit of a bump there from Busher. We have to get out of the gas and onto the brake pretty quickly, and that is going to kill our speed in the corner. We're going to get clear of the 29, but here comes that 17 car looking to make a move now, and he is to our inside. Hopefully, Ty Dillon's going to push us by him, which he does, and now we pick up the draft up ahead from Ross Chastain in that number 1 for Trackhouse Racing. Yep, that is that team's name. My gosh, a little bit of a mind break there, and well, he's to the inside of his teammate Daniel Suarez. Both of these drivers currently needing to win to get in the playoffs. Suarez could get himself pointed in, but he has had a couple of DNFs recently that have really taken him out of the contention. Now as Cole Custer has taken the lead of this race, we're going to get a push now from Chastain to the inside of Kevin Harvick, the guy who has let us go from Stewart Haas Harvick Racing next season, and his teammate, well, our teammate Cole Custer is out in front leading this race now on the final lap of stage 1. And remember what I said at the top of this race: Cole Custer's only win last season came at Pocono, and he is on fire. He is expected to do really well today, and he has taken the lead of this race here in stage 1. He is currently just inside the top 30 in points coming into this race, so he is having a dreadful season, and he was actually supposed to do really well last race at Dover, and he just went missing, finished in the mid-20s, as now we're looking to make one more spot here on the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Can we get up into 8th position? It's been a great stage for us, all the way from 28th to 9th. Cole Custer gets the stage win here, so 41 has got a lot of speed, a fast hot rod today. Can he go and bring himself into victory lane once again at this racetrack, as Truex Jr. gets 2nd, followed by William Byron in the 24, Elliott in 4th, Bell 5th, Kyle Busch 6th, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, AJ Smith, and Ross Chastain. And I mentioned Ryan Blaney and, of course, Alex Bowman. Those are the drivers that were sweating profusely, thinking their ride was going to be taken by me, the hottest free agent on the market. Well, it is not going to happen. We are taking a new car, so no one is getting kicked out of their ride just as yet. But the 12 and the 48 still need to do well, because they are currently in contract years. Will they be renewed is the question now here at the start of stage number 2. Cole Custer retains the lead. We gained a position on pit road on Denny Hamlin. I didn't really make any adjustments. I just made the car a click looser on the wedge. We'll see what that does for us now. But yeah, on the outside, once again, going into turn 1, not ideal. We're not in the middle of Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney. Can we get to the bottom here and get past Denny Hamlin? Hopefully picking up that draft from Blaney ahead is going to get us clear, but we are getting side drafted pretty hard now. But no, the 11 is going to drop back and not stick his nose in a 3-wide situation now through into the tunnel turn. This is where I find I make up the most time. I'm going to lean on Kyle Busch there. A little bit of contact, actually. Not my greatest moment there, but now to the outside of Ryan Blaney. We're going to stick it into the middle going into turn 3 and turn 4. It's not going to work out too great, as Blaney's going to get clear of us, and now Busch is going to get clear, as well as Denny Hamlin gets there inside, as here comes his teammate Ty Gibbs, who has also climbed up the field this race as well. The rookie there for JGR, who is currently just having a solid season. He's had a couple top 10s so far, and he's had quite a few DNFs, but the 54 having a decent little rookie season. He's doing a lot better than his counterparts of Noah Gragson and who was the other? Riley Herbst. Of course, Riley Herbst in a much worser car there for Rick Rare Racing. We don't really expect Rick Rare Racing and Junior Motorsports to compete with JGR, especially so early in their returns to the Cup Series. Now, as we go to the back of Denny Hamlin, a little bit of contact there. He's still going to remain ahead of us. Cole Custer is continuing to keep the lead so far, so he is looking pretty good now. But here comes Martin Truex Jr. You can see him up ahead in that interstate battery scheme this week. Truex now fighting for the lead. Of course, Truex is going to make it in, most likely, based on the points he has, unless he goes on a epic fail run like he did in real life to drop out of the playoffs. Yeah, pretty much, as now we have a caution. Yeah, not my greatest bit of commentary there, but Cole Custer remains in the lead here, crucially for him, as I wasn't really able to find what happened during this caution. No one really crashed, or I guess someone just blew a tire. Everyone's coming to pit road. No one's going to be out of the race now as we get our service. We are up again a position. Not ideal. I do not want to be starting on the outside, but our pit crew remains doing a good job over Denny Hamlin. So we now go up a position back into P8, starting on the outside of Kyle Busch as we go back. Green flag racing, lap 6 of 10 here in stage number 2. This race is going by pretty fast already. There's actually not a lot of laps in this race, and with a caution like that, with such long laps, yeah, it definitely is going to make it go by a lot quicker now, as we get a good little exit actually off of the corner, trying to get clear of Kyle Busch, but he is still remaining to our inside, pulling up to the back of Chase Elliott here. We're going to send it into the middle, 3 wide going into the tunnel turn. It is not going to work whatsoever. We're going to slide up the track here. Gibbs is going to slide up as well, following us, as now taking the lead of this race, Ryan Blaney in the number 12 car. Is this the wake-up call that he needs to go and deliver finally and get a win? It has been over 100 races for Blaney since 2020. He has not won a race, and he's going to come to the line leading that lap now. So can Cole Custer get back into the lead, or can Martin Truex Jr. wrestle it away from the 12 car of Penske Racing now? We get a bump from Gibbs into Chastain now going into turn 1. Can we carry that momentum to the inside? We do. Hit the apron a little bit, and it's not going to be particularly great. We're going to shove Chastain up the track, and here comes Keselowski, who will be our new co-owner next season. Of course, Roush Fenway Keselowski, we will be driving for them, I mentioned at the top of the show. Cole Custer has retaken the lead of this race now, as we are trying to chase back down Keselowski and Chastain and get stage points. Oh, a little bit tight there through the tunnel turn, making a little bit of contact with Ross Chastain, but we keep it going all in the right direction for now, as Buescher is catching up to the back of us here. He's made a nice little bit of ground, and so is the 40 of Alex Bone. As we get into the grass there, sliding up into the 1 car once again. That's going to kill our momentum going down this chute straightaway. Hopefully Ty Gibbs can bail us out. He does, but here comes Bowman and Larson. They have both made a lot of ground since the start of this race as well. They all started in the back half of the 20s, such as myself now going into the corner, trying to get to the inside of Chastain once again to get some stage points. Of course, we are still in a tight battle with Kyle Larson, and with how well Chase Elliott has been running these past few races, it looks like the 9 car has re-entered his name into this hat of battling for the regular season championship. Of course, bonus points are awarded to the top 10 in the regular season standings, which we do have displaying next to the race results in case you forgot. It is now a little bit of contact there with Chastain in the 1. He keeps it going in the right direction, but Keselowski has driven away from the rest of us here, so it looks like only 1 stage point will be on offer, as now we are going to fight very hard for it, because every point matters. Everyone knows this, as now we go to the inside trying to side suck the 1 car, but it's not going to quite work, as here comes the 54, the 23, the 48. It's an absolute dogfight. Who will get this last point here in stage number 2? Of course, we still have a couple laps remaining, a couple of long green flag laps, but still it goes by pretty quickly. It's behind us. Who asked Justin Haley to go up here and perform? Here he comes up here in the top 15. He's overtaken the Hendrick car of Kyle Larson. What a run for the 51 car of Justin Haley today. We have seen a couple flashes here and there from him, but he has started towards the back in the 30s, and he has made huge ground up so far today, and he's going to look to out inside as well. I was absolutely flabbergasted to see the 51 up here already here in stage 2, and he's going to get by us no problem here, looking for the switchback here, going onto the front straighter, but it's not going to quite happen. We still remain ahead of Kyle Larson, as Gibbs has gotten around Chastain for that last stage point, and you can see we are nowhere near close enough to where we need to be for fight for this position. But Cole Custer remains out in front, and he's got a little bit of a gap too. So the 41 looks like he is going to be sweeping the stages, and I will remind you, if he goes back-to-back here at Pocono, gets his 3rd career win, it is going to destroy, absolutely destroy the playoff grid as it currently stands now as we go to the back of Justin Haley here. And I will remind you, Cole Custer, even though he did win at Pocono here last season, in 2021 he won at Michigan. Once again, a big, wide track. And he just seems to show up at these types of racetracks, and he's doing it once again. He's going to sweep the stages here at Pocono. We're going to get by Justin Haley for P11, as we are going to fall just short of stage points here today. The 41 is going to sweep stages, as we will take a look now at the rest of the top 10 getting some points. There's Martin Truex Jr. in second once again. We got Kyle Busch up there, Ryan Blaney with a nice little run going, Elliott, Byron, Bell, Hamlin, Keselowski, and Ty Gibbs. So Keselowski and Gibbs now getting some stage points there. They're new to that list, as yeah, lots of things going on right now, but it looks like that top 8 is pretty set on where they're running. It just comes down to, will someone get around the 41 cars? We're going to add a little bit of tape, a little bit of a click on the wedge, and once again, pit crew, you're doing so well for me, but it's throwing me on the outside lane where I just do not want to be on the restarts, unfortunately. Now as we go back, green flag racing here for stage number 3, and we had a little bit of a change up front. It is Martin Truex Jr. who has gone and taken the lead of this race on pit road. So the 19 back out in front, the 41 now stuck on the outside. We're going to make a move here. We saw a little gap there, and we're going to take it to the inside, shoving Keselowski, who will be our co-owner next season, 3 wide. He's going to back out of it wisely for him. Do not want to be in the middle going into the tunnel turn. We make a little block there on Ty Gibbs, now looking up to the back of Denny Hamlin here on this restart. Can we get around them and get, well, even further up this top 10 order? We're going to go to the inside of Hamlin here, now fighting towards going into turn 3 and 4. Here we go. We got a battle for the lead up ahead as there's a little bit of contact with Hamlin going into the corner. He's going to go sliding now. Sideways goes the 11. He saves it. No caution, but it looks like the 11, and I don't know. I didn't enter as low as he thought. He goes and clips me in the rear just before we got to the corner, and then he went sliding. He makes a nice save, but yeah, he's definitely not going to be happy about that. I guess it's just a racing deal. That's what I thought. On my end, you'll have to let me know in the comments below, as now there's 3 wide battling up ahead. Byron gets around Bell and Blaney, who are having nice little runs today. Bell currently locked in the playoffs, as well as Byron with a win each. Blaney is currently looking for a win as we cut ahead a couple laps here. You can see we did not get any closer. Now we're sliding into the grass, having a terrible time there in that final corner, and it is Keselowski and Gibbs who are going to get around us. We now fall back into 10th place, but you'll notice once again in the bottom left, Cole Custer has taken the lead of this race. Can the 41 lock himself into the playoffs? You can see him up ahead there. He's got a huge gap over Truex Jr., who is currently running the high line. Not going to help him catch the 41 whatsoever. So Cole Custer, can he be clutch and get himself into the playoffs with another win at Pocono? Well, we still have 7 long laps remaining. Green flag pit stops will be required as well if the stage goes fully green until the end, as there's a little battle up ahead between Gibbs and Keselowski here. We do not have the speed right now to get by those guys, and I'm currently thinking about, well, is there a piece of strategy that we can do here? Well, we're actually towards the perfect time to make a strategy move, but I passed on it, and this is something I feel like I'm going to regret, because the earlier you come at Pocono, the better, because you're not going to get put a lap down, and if you get on pit road, get your service, and then get back on the racetrack, and a caution comes out, well, you're going to be able to leapfrog everyone. And when I went by pit road there and saw 2 laps remaining on my fuel, I actually kind of regretted not making that move then and there, but this time is going to be the time where I think I will need to pit now, as 41 continues to lead. Will he be coming down pit road this time, as we now have to deal with Kyle Larson in the number 5 HendrickCars.com car? Of course, locked in a huge heated battle with him for the regular season standings. Currently up 2 points on him today with the points we got in stage number 1. Trying to keep that advantage over him right now as we now go into this final corner, turn 3. You can see we are quite loose right now, as here we go. pit stops are going to go underway. Gibbs remains on the racetrack, as well as Cole Custer, the leader. So, if a caution comes out, that 41 is going to get screwed out of a potential race winners. Now, thinking about strategy, it's going to be right side tires, I think. Or it's a dilemma. Do we take 4 tires or right sides? I think everyone's going to take right sides, so no way I'm going to take 4 tires here and give up all that time and track position. So yeah, right sides and a can and a half of fuel. It's going to be a 9-second pit stop. Perhaps I overfilled the car a little bit, but you can see the pit crew going to work. They're getting that all done. We got a few cars passing us here, but we actually pick up a position on Keselowski, who had a bit of a slower stop, and you can see we gained a little bit of track position in terms of space on the other guys. But yeah, everyone else took right sides only, and now here comes the 41 now onto pit road. So he actually made it back to where he's committed, and he will get his service. So he is not going to get screwed over, but with these fresher tires that everyone else is going to have on this out lap, will we be able to make up that gap, that difference that the 41 had going into pit road? Well, currently the 17's overtaking him on pit road, but he will lose that eventually now as we go now into turn 3. Keselowski is absolutely hounding us in that beautiful Hawaiian Rolls number 6 Ford Mustang. He's going to go around the outside. Cole Custer now leaving pit road, but you can see now a little bit of contact there with Keselowski actually trying to side draft. Yeah, do not want to do that to my new owner, but you can see now bottom left, it is a battle for the lead. Kyle Busch has found his way into the lead of this race, and a lap later, Cole Custer retook that. Absolutely no chance at all Kyle Busch had on holding off this 41. He is relentless, and now 2 laps to go in this race. I guess it was an abrupt cut, but we obviously weren't going to be able to show you the battle for the lead. But now we have to deal with Kyle Larson, who wants this 10th position from us, entering high here on this turn 1. Yeah, it's not going to go very well. The 5 car is going to get around us, no problems, as Cole Custer continues to lead. Now, can he get around this lap here and see the white flag? Will a caution screw him over and stop him from getting to the final lap and making this race official? Remember, Chris Buescher just took the white flag at Dover last week, and then the caution came out, leading to his victory. Cole Custer now on the front straightaway. Can he make this race official? Can he continue his dominance today? It is the white flag for the 41 car. Now, can he stay ahead of the rest of the field? Well, he got around Kyle Busch straight away to get that lead back, but he still has to hold off him and Martin Truex Jr. as we now get across the line. We are absolutely destroying our left rear. It has not got a lot life left, but thankfully it's the final lap here at Pocono. We're looking at yet another upset win this season. We had Timmy Hill get one earlier this season when he was expected to be fast, on fire, posting fastest practice laps. Cole Custer has done that a couple times as well, but he hasn't delivered on the race, and now on this final lap, he is continuing to pull away from the competition. All he has to do is bring that 41 car now through 3 and 4, going on to the front straightaway now. Make room, playoff drivers. Cole Custer has gone from the 30th seed all the way up to the 14th seed. He locks himself into the playoffs with a win here at Pocono. We are looking to hold off Alex Bowman. Yes, we just managed to do so. Coming to the line here, bang, checkered flag, 11th place. It is a decent day for us at the end of the day. Could have been a bit better, but definitely could have been worse. As we now look at the race results, Cole Custer getting the W today, locking himself in with Truex in second. Busch, Elliott, Byron, Blaney, Bell, Gibbs, Keselowski, and Larson round out your top 10. You can see with the regular season standings on the right side, we gained 1 point on Larson, so it's now a 33-point cushion. But Chase Elliott has brought himself back into this battle now, only 48 points behind for the lead of this battle here. As we actually had no DNFs for today's race. Riley Herbst rounds out your field here in P40. Kevin Harvick dropped like a rock. He ends up 29th with that teammate Briscoe up ahead of him. But now we're going to have a look at the absolute carnage that has been caused to the playoff grid. Cole Custer locks himself in. Truex is 154 points ahead on the cut line with 2 second place stage finishes and a second place today. So he has had a great day and continues to maintain that gap. But once again, new winners are just going to knock him lower. Reddick now is only plus 25 on the cut line. He came into this race plus 56. All these drivers had chances to win and they threw them away. Suarez got close at the first Dover race. Bowman swept stages and did well at Texas until something happened. He got trapped a lap down. Blaney has not shown the speed to win a race this season, but he's been consistent, not consistent enough to be in the playoffs currently, and Reddick missed that chance at Iowa where he came second. He started first in the restart. Larson ran him down and took that win, and Will Truex rue his missed chances as well. There's only 2 spots left currently in the playoffs, as that is going to do it for today's episode. Huge announcements today, huge bombshell here for the playoff grid, and now we head to a road course, the Indianapolis Roval. Will we see another surprise winner next week as well that will continue to just throw everything all over the place? Well, we'll have to find out. But yeah, bombshell announcements and bombshell winner here, as that is going to do it for today's episode. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching and continuing to support the series. I hope you all enjoyed, as I'll see you all in the next episode for the first ever Indianapolis Roval race.